Alrighty then, greetings everybody and welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. Now, I'm actually going to be doing something quote unquote original, and I'm going to be doing an account review, something that I haven't done in a very long time, right? So that is what we're going to be doing, right? Right here we actually have Kaz's account, and Kaz gave me a little bit of information about his account. He didn't really tell me to do anything or look for anything. He doesn't want advice or didn't tell me he wants advice, so we're just going to be looking at his account. And if you want me to review your account, all you gotta do is just join the Discord and make it known. We have a channel specifically for account reviews. You at me, and unlike other CCs, I'll actually do it for free. No catch, no nothing. I mean, I guess the only catch would be like I do it on my own time. I don't do it right there, but that's about it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, Kaz said that he's put some effort and has some pretty OP relics in the account inventories and quote unquote well-built characters, right? He's made a lot of bad decisions of summoning on characters like Jing Liu, which I don't think Jing Liu is a bad decision. It's just that power creep is a thing, so, and HP inflation. But whatever, he's currently saving for E2 caster, right? And he's a day one player and he tries his best to chase meta as much as possible. So I got a burp. Excuse me. That's pretty cool. I mean, chasing meta, you're a meta slave. I don't know how to feel about that, but whatever. Actually, let me pause this. Before we get into the video, I want to point out that I am currently taking care of 3 dogs. One of them is a daycare and he is a baby. So I have to like constantly be petting him with one arm like that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually showing you guys a picture of him on a screen. I have to be petting him with one arm for he can't cry because he loves attention. And the other 2 are very big dogs. They're lion hunting dogs. I completely forgot the breed's name because I just found out about their breed like 2 days ago, and they're huge. Like, let me actually show you guys a picture of my hand, right, compared to one of the dog's hands and compared to that same dog's face. Like, they're huge. And I'm not a big guy. I'm like 5'7", so I mean, you can take that into consideration. If you're smaller than me, then you can only get a bigger gist of how big those dogs are. If you're bigger than me, then you know, you might be like, oh, okay, well, not that big, but whatever. So the first thing that I've noticed is, actually, before we get into the relics and eidolons, if he even has any, I want to check the traces, because this is what I always do. And I think checking traces is very important, and well, obviously upgrading your traces is very important, right? Simply because, well, traces gives you a tiny bit of more damage. Oh, fuck, I don't know why I butchered that so much. It gives you more damage. Okay, these don't look that. This is last. Okay, it is, but maybe he still uses claw. Definitely doesn't. Definitely does not. So one thing that I do want to say is that I do realize that some of your traces aren't leveled up, which, I mean, personally, that's not really that big of an issue, because I mean, I'm a free to play. I don't pay for fuel. Well, okay, actually, let me not say that. I'm not free to play. I'm a light spender, but I've never once in my life spent on fuel, right? I just don't like that. I guess you could count the battle pass. It gives me extra fuel, but I mean, it's kind of hard to say compared to me. But like, I just personally feel, even when I wasn't spending money, I still maxed out on my traces. And let's say you want to keep them at 888, that's completely fine, but it obviously needs to be consistent. And traces that are important like this, I just feel like you should max them out, right? Or just at least unlock them. And I mean, Sunday, he doesn't really need effect res, but I mean, he would prefer it if he had his, you know, this leveled up. Just saying, you know, extra crit rate. Who doesn't love a little bit of extra crit rate, right? Like, see, right here, it's like, I remember when I used to do account reviews, people would be like, oh, not everybody can max out their traces. And then that same person that I'm reviewing their account, they have like 10, 10, 10 on one character, but then their support is like 9, 8, 7, as we just saw. Like here, it's 7, 9, 10. Let's see another support, 9, 9, 10, which is good. Okay. 6, 10, 10. Okay, so like, okay, like the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I've seen a lot of comments on my own videos of people saying like, oh, not everybody has the resources to fund, I mean, has the resources to 10, 10, 10 traces. And it's like, yes, you actually do. Everybody does. Even when I didn't waste money on the game, even when I was a free to play, I still was able to 10, 10, 10 all my traces on the characters that I selected, right? You gotta play a little smarter, right? Or just invest properly, right? But I mean, that's pretty cool. I do want to check more on the Acheron because this is a E2 Acheron. Wow, this speed is nice. This is a pretty fast Acheron. I kind of want this Acheron. And look at that, like the attack is not bad. The attack, look at speed boots. That is gorgeous. This Acheron, ooh, but he could have better stats too. But he prioritized speed. This is still, oh, I dropped my, okay. This is still a pretty good Acheron, all things considered, actually. What the hell? Oh, and he could have more speed if he had a better luck here. Bruh. Wait, what if I do this? What's the difference? Yeah, it's like 156. Dude, that's so good. But, I think I changed this, I believe. Okay. I do want to see, if this is E2 or not. And it's not, which is very interesting. Is this is definitely like an E2 build, because like there's high speed. E2 Acheron, depending on what support you use her in, she does actually want higher speed. I am actually trying to get my Acheron to high speed, but I am prioritizing other relics first, because you know, getting and focusing on speed and double crit stats, that's a lot of RNG, and unfortunately I've been very unlucky because whenever it's off season and I'm done farming for the newest character, I go back and farm for Acheron and I don't get anything. I literally haven't improved on my Acheron build in like 6 months since the last improvement, and that's just because RNG does me so fucking wrong, and it's actually very irritating, right? Because there's like times where I have like off season, off time to just farm for whoever I want, and I choose Acheron because I love her, right? And I just got nothing. I got nothing. This is impressive. Like, I want this build. If my E2 Acheron had this build, I'd be going crazy. And the fact that like my OCD would kick in and I would want to have double crit stats and speed, double crit stats and speed. The fact that this build could have improvement is it's insane. It's really insane. It's kind of like, actually not reminiscent of my face shell. This is better than my face shell, right? But I'd only assume you use Acheron with like what, Sunday or Sparkle, preferably Sunday. Sunday gives more crit rate buffs, but even so, what you have Acheron, then you get the plus 12, right? It's 12, right? Yeah, 12% crit rate, so that's like 56, I believe. And then Sunday giving you 16, 56. Okay, I mean, if you use it with Fu Shuang, yeah, like what, 80 crit rate? I could do. I might be doing the mental math wrong. It's around 80 crit rate, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you had E1, that 80 would be like what, 18? That would probably be 90. My mental math might be wrong, because I'm rounding the 16 to 20 and not a 16. So I always love rounding out those numbers to the nearest tenth. But that's pretty impressive. This is actually pretty impressive. I spent like what, 7 minutes on the Acheron vid itself. This Acheron vid is crazy. Holy Jesus. And not E2. Like, I don't really suggest you to invest in Eidolons. If you were to invest in any, like if you were to ask me, oh, which character should I invest in Eidolons in? Yeah, definitely E2 Acheron. I'm not sure if I showed this, but I actually do want to check this. Okay, yeah. So he wants E2 Caster Ice. Now, you'd have to get really lucky to get E2 with 156 pulls. Like, realistically speaking, you'd have to get pretty lucky winning 50-50. If you're guaranteed 50-50, then I definitely do see it. But if you're not guaranteed the 5-star, then this might be hard. And you also have to get them early too. Jesus. Okay, that's definitely a lot. It's not a little bit. But are you gonna go for E2 S1 or just E2? Typically, I have chat here, so I'm asking questions, but haven't had time to stream. Haven't had time to really do anything. And but let's see the Sunday build. This Sunday build is actually pretty good. 140 speed, basically, with 135 crit damage. With Bronya's LC. You don't have his LC. Okay. Look, there's a day 1 player and only an S2 DTD. I could so relate to that. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. But this is not that bad. Do you use a hurt? You seem like you use Herda for pure fiction. Definitely not a rainbow build, but rainbow-ish build. Personally, I use my Herda with just this because I have it decently built. But the 4-piece Grand Duke set is definitely better for the Herda, in my opinion. Yeah, you should probably get to farming though. You should definitely get to farming. This account isn't bad by any means, but there is definitely a lot of room to improve. And I'm not gonna be shitting on this account saying, oh, this account's bad, because this is just a casual player. This is right here what the more normal HSR player's account looks like, because this is how this game should be played. And yet Hoyoverse likes putting these people on the spot and, you know, power creeping. I do the dumbest shit ever. Do you even have MOC cleared? I'm gonna show. Yeah, no, nothing cleared all the way. And I'm not like showing this on screen to like make fun of you and have people in the comments like, oh, look at this loser, because no, you're not a loser. Clearly you're not a loser if you have this, right? It's just the fact that, like, bro, they just are like, they low-key don't care about their players. Like, this is probably one of the most normal accounts I've ever seen. I don't know if this is a good build. What I did here, it's a pretty decent amount of crit rate. What I did here though is that the new Casterized set, this right here, I heard that it's actually good for Young Lee. So maybe if you have the extra, oh, I mean, it seems like you have a couple. Maybe if you have the funds, that definitely, like, you know, try experiment with one of those. I do want to actually point out, if you hear snoring in the background, it's one of the dogs. They snore very loud. They're all sleeping right now, even the one that wants attention, which is very surprising. Like, he like fell asleep, like, not fell asleep, but he lay down like 2 minutes ago, right? Is E4? Not E4 Luocha. Your Luocha build, regardless, is actually pretty good, and I actually don't know, but from what I can only imagine, Luocha might be your best in slot for Casterized for just reasons. Maybe, I don't know though. Linksha, 151 speed, pretty good HP. Okay. Average break effect on the Gallagher LC. Wait, do you have Gallagher build? No. What? Dude, build your Gallagher, bro. What is this? Level 40? Come on, Gallagher is so good. Sparkle, 162. Bro, how much base speed does Sparkle have? 101 base speed. And does she give herself more speed? Oh no, she just gives herself more crit damage. By how much though? Like the same amount. Damn, this is good though. This is a pretty good Sparkle. I would actually recommend to have DDD on Sparkle. Because, like, no offense, but your break team is, like, cooked. Like, you don't even have Ron May. I wouldn't personally recommend you to be using break in the big 2025. Break was a team category that was just made to fail, like, on launch. So, whatever. Fu Shuang. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good if I say so myself. Rappa. Average speed, a lot of break effect actually for a very free to play Rappa. And you could have how much more speed? You could have 154 speed if you just, all you have to do, oh yeah, look at that. Wait, can't you just, what's the difference between this and this? Oh wait, I think, is this for, okay, I see. I'm learning. Your Jinglu, you don't even have, okay, yeah. Dude, it's like summoning for a character that you like. I don't think that's a bad decision, because you said that you got her for her rerun. It's just like, the HSR devs, they don't respect that. They're like, oh, you like this character? Well, guess what? They're gonna get power crept in the span of like a week from now. So GG's, eat shit, lol. And your blade. It's a pretty good blade. You know, very average blade in my opinion. You don't have blades LC. You have low speed on blade, which I don't think low speed on blade is good. I feel like blade actually does want speed, like at least like 135 speed, 140 speed minimum. Besides that, I mean, this is a pretty average blade build. A little below average actually. I mean, that speed is very iffy. That speed is biting my ass actually. You don't have a singular speed substat? What? Insane. Insane. Now let's see your Bronya. Oh, she's naked. Okay, your Bronya's naked. So is your Zila, huh? Yeah. So is she naked? No, she's not naked. Okay. 162 speed with the rainbow build. Oh yeah. This is pretty interesting. Obviously just upgrade your traces. Silver Wolf might actually be one of the characters to get buffed in the future. Who knows though? Who knows? 149 speed. Yeah, just switch this DDD off. Wait, bro, what? Oh, here. Give this DDD to Sparkle. And look, in my opinion, you'd have better luck just using Remembrance Trailblazer. This is like broken, beyond broken. Do you even have? No, you don't. You should, bro, invest in Remembrance Trailblazer. It's goated, actually. Ratio is ratio build? No. Okay. 162 speed. Nice. 157 speed. I actually need to invest in my Ting Young. I just haven't gotten the time to it. But I mean, I think this is pretty good. Overall, on the Zai scale, I'd give this account 1 being Zai's account, 10 being a good account, 10 being Bagel Juice's account. This is definitely a solid like 5. It's not there. Well, I mean, Bagel Juice is a whale, so. But jokes aside, though, this account's pretty good. I will say, obviously, you have a lot to improve, but I mean, that's just typical with free-to-play, very casual accounts. I do hope you get E2 casterized. Hey, maybe if you want me to summon and give you some good luck, I got you. I'll summon on your account. Right? But I never realized this. Need to catch up with an old friend, hop on and see the universe with him, her, it, them. That's crazy. It, them is insane wording. Wait, does it say the same thing here? Map worlds, meet people, make memories. So why is it different though? That's funny. I never realized that in my entire life. But okay, yeah, just obviously I already said what you should probably improve on. I definitely do think an E2 Casterize would definitely make this account better. When pulling for Casterize, get her LC first. Get Casterize her LC. Then, if you have the funds, go for an E2. I just personally feel like her LC might be better than an E1. Or maybe it won't be. I don't know. But I mean, for me, whenever I'm pulling for a character, I typically don't go for Eidolons unless if it's fucking Triby. But I mean, I never pulled for Triby. But if I were to, I probably would have gone to E1 Triby instead, right? Your account's good. You just probably need to focus on some team categories more. Because, excuse me, I see you have 1 DPS. And then what, Rappa's your other DPS? But you don't have Ruan Mace, so you're naturally like struggling a lot. If there's any character on this account, I would say to invest hyper investing would be Zila. But since you're gonna go for, what's your name again? For the Casterize, then obviously you don't want to go and have Casterize instead of Zila. But besides that, I mean, yeah, you just gotta get that proper other team built, because obviously you only really have 1 main staple DPS, and then Rappa, like, what does Rappa have in this account? Rappa has Trailblazer and what, like Fugue? Fuck you, that's all she has, right? I mean, it's not really the best in my opinion, but I mean, whatever. With all that being said, if you want me to review your account, all you gotta do is just like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, just join the Discord. That's besides. Oh my god, a dog farted. Ew. Oh, fucking woke up the baby. So yeah, thank you so much for the views.